Testing, testing, one, two, three. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another showing of the Valor Racing League on YouTube. My name is Slayer, and today we have the Great Lakes 125 at the Michigan International Speedway for the Speedway Collective National Series, a series in the Valor Racing League. Tonight we have 21 cars going at it at Michigan, and as a lot of people of you guys know, Michigan is a very popular track on NASCAR Heat 5 and in the NASCAR Heat Series in general. So very excited for this one tonight by myself tonight. So won't have any co-casters or anybody else in the booth. Still should have a good show. One thing we're going to note here before the race goes on, the race tonight is on lowest draft. We're going to see how this goes tonight. The last time we did a race at a track like this, we were at Auto Club Speedway, race 1 of the season, a mere 10 weeks or so ago, and Birdster came away with the W. And that was on a low draft, so we'll see how the drivers take this tonight on lowest. Should see a lot of green flag racing, a lot of spread out racing, but guys who are the fastest, we'll see them rise to the top. And with that, the car on your screen, he is your pole setter for the night. I believe it's his third of the season, Coach Matt. Driver number 9, Chevy Camaro for the Montgomery Motorsports team. He's the team owner for that team. Is starting on pole tonight, and it's a Montgomery front row with Deadpool on his outside. We'll go over the starting order when the lobby counts down. But the starting orders here range from a 38.492, that was Coach Matt's time on pole, to a 39.193. So a mere 7/10 of a second gap, if you will, between the first place car and the 18th place car. As we do have a 21 car field, 3 cars did not qualify. They will be starting in the back, as a few of those guys are pretty fast, as we will go over everything when we get into the lobby here soon. And we might be hearing from our pole sitter here momentarily, Coach Matt. We have a driver who is a little late here. One did not qualify, so we're going to have to try to extend the pre-race show here for tonight's Great Lakes 125 at Michigan. So we're trying to get Coach Matt in here, see if we can get him in the booth here. And let's see, I believe he did join. Matt, what car are you in tonight? What paint scheme?
I'm in the Exalted paint scheme. It's a good thing we waited, because my game just froze.
Oh, sweet. All right, Coach Matt, driver number 9, Chevy Camaro, as I just said, on pole. I believe it's your 3rd pole of the season, if I'm not mistaken. And the last time you had a pole, you had a great race to back it up. Last time you got on pole, you won stage 1 and stage 2, but could not come away with a win. Are you trying to make sure you get the pole, you get the win, or is it just looking to stay up front and just have a good time?
Oh, I definitely plan on finishing it this time by, especially with me having to miss last week. I'm going to have to miss, I think, 1 or 2 more due to our basketball schedule, so I've got to do what I can to get as many playoff points as possible. So I've got to make up for lost time, and especially since our streak got broken last week, I wasn't there to keep the streak going, so I got to start another one, I guess.
What Matt referring to is the Montgomery Motorsports team for the National Series won, was it 8 straight races? I believe y'all won from Atlanta, which was race 3, all the way to race number 9, which was, or race 8, excuse me, race 3 to race 8 for the National Series was won by Montgomery Motorsports. So very dominating feat. That's only been broken. You had 2 wins by Birdster for the Here to Win Esports team and a win by Ace Strike for the Saints Motorsports teams. So looking to bring that back. You're in the front row, though, you and Deadpool, holding down the front row, and that team's having a good qualifying effort in general. Deadpool's come up strong. He's had, I believe, 3 front row starting spots. He's had a second, 2 second-place starting spots, and a pole. How's the Montgomery Motorsports team doing overall? Just with just chemistry and overall race, working together during the race. How are y'all doing when it comes to, right now, week 10 at Michigan?
Oh, I mean, we're doing great on the Xfinity and the Cup side. Really couldn't ask for a better group of guys, both talent-wise and just, like I said, personality. They're really fun to hang out with and really easy to go along with. So We're doing what we can to help each other out, practicing when we can, get as many laps as possible. I know we're missing Ty Tazzer tonight. he's having issues with his PlayStation. So hopefully he can get that stuff fixed before next week. But yeah, me and Deadpool are gonna try to hold it down. Racer just made it home, and he had to go take somebody somewhere, I think, but he was able to rush back. So he's gonna have to start from the rear, but hopefully he's got a good setup underneath him because I haven't really had a chance to work with him too much this week. But all in all, we're hoping for a solid effort.
For sure, and that team, like I said, won races 3. I was at Atlanta at the race 8. I believe race 8 was what was race 8?
New Hampshire, I
New
believe.
Hampshire, and you
Me and
got
Robbie
that
going
win.
back and forth.
That's right. Yep. So from Atlanta to New Hampshire, race 3-8, that was Montgomery Motorsports dominating. And even on the Cup side, you guys also doing very well on the Cup side with Max Boost. He's had a very successful season. Um, Michigan, same thing tomorrow night. I'll probably ask you in the post race if you're in the top 3. But in case you're not, you're ready for the Cup race tomorrow because, like I said, you guys are also doing strong over there with Max Boost yourself and K Taddy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I feel like I've got a pretty decent car, but I mean, just the Cup Series is just a whole other level. I mean, the fact that I was able to finish top five last week, I think, was pretty awesome. Almost had two top five finishes in a row. If it wasn't for the incident at New Hampshire, where it just was just utter chaos there in the last couple laps. But being able to put some decent finishes there, I mean, because I mean, some of the fastest guys in the game are in that league, so and we're gonna do what we can. I know Max is fast everywhere we go, and I've been talking to Taddy, and he's really confident this week about his car. So yeah, I mean, we'll have to run it and see where we wind up, but just hoping for some long green flag runs and see what happens.
We should see that. I mentioned lowest draft. I'll get one more question. Let you get out here as we're trying to start the race. Lowest draft first. Track like this, we're on lowest. You remember we were on low for Auto Club, and Auto Club was a fairly successful race. How do you think tonight's race will go with on lowest draft?
Hopefully, there's less incidents. The plan is to just get out front, stay out front, and I'm hoping that we don't have a ton of cautions. We can get some pit strategy involved, especially um, late in stage three, um, because the tire fall off is pretty immense. So you can short pit and get a 2 or 3 second lead, but I mean you can also lose that lead really quickly when somebody's on fresh tires behind you. So I really hope we get to see that play out. And because I think that'll be really interesting. So I'm just hoping for long green flag runs and um, as few cautions as possible.
All right. Well, thank you for your time in the booth here. Not a normal pre-race interview, but we had to buy some time, and we bought it very well. Thank you, Matt, for your time in the booth. Congrats on your pole, and good luck to today's race as we are loading into the lobby now, I believe. So we'll accept the invite here. Sorry for the blue screen once again. Thought I'd start over here real quick as we're using the Robbie Racing on board here for tonight's event. Be sure to go check Robbie out on YouTube at Robbie Racing. We'll see, starting over here, as we're going to start over for the Great Lakes 125 at Michigan. On poles, we just talked to Coach Matt, his third pole this season. And now instead of him is Deadpool, his third front row start in a row. Row 2 brings Kill Like Jason, number 99, and the number 22 of Chasing You. Row 3 brings Big D, the number 11, newest driver to the league for the Peach State Motorsports team, driver number 11. Outside of him is Robbie Racing. Row 4 brings 2 here to win esports cars. You have number 5, Katie, number 66 of Bertster. Rounding out the top 10, number 39, Cyber Carbonic, and the number 90 of MJO. Row 6 brings number 74 of Holcomb and the number 19 of Brennan. Row 7 brings a Peach State car duo. You have the number 68 of NASCAR Extreme, the number 21 of L. Griggs. Row 8 brings number 78 of Easy E and the number 61 of Joker Smoker. Row 9, the final guys to put a qualifying time in, Caleb Hunt and Expert Sniper, 17th and 18th. And then 3 guys who don't make a qualifying lap, you have Jocko in 19th, Racer X in 20th, and CVFD Fireman in 21st. 21 car field here for tonight. Have a good show, hopefully a great running here tonight as I get around lowest draft. Little test here. We ran lowest at Kansas, if you guys saw those 2 races. At Kansas Speedway, both were we were very excited about that, so we're going to see how it runs on Michigan, as the last time we went to a track like this was Auto Club, we ran low draft. It was a very exciting race, to say the least. So we're going to see how this goes here. As all 21 cars are lined up and ready to go. Two cars from different paint schemes for the day, as we see here Robbie Racing running a, I believe it's the first time I've seen him in this paint scheme. This is the number 4 KSDT Chevy Camaro. First time we see an 11 car. It's a Big D right in front of, right beside him, number 11, the leaf filter Chevy Camaro. For the cars, different paint schemes. Coach Matt running his usual Exalta. And I believe we're about to go racing here at Michigan. Yep, here we go. We are green underway at Michigan for the Great Lakes 125. Coach Matt steps it out, has about a 1 car length lead over Deadpool. Deadpool on the outside, not the greatest of starts for him. And that will allow the number 99 of Kilt Like Jason to go to second. 1 car down on the apron, 92 of Jocko. It appears he will lose a few spots there. But they get single file for the most part for the front 6 or 7. As we see already, almost single file or double file. Looks like a battle for second. Oh, 1 car through the grass again. Trying to see who that is. That Jocko? Yeah, 92 of Jocko. Oh, since we have that's where there's some lag issues from 92 of Jocko, which that plagued him last week. Kentucky had a great car. Forced to go to the back because of lag, so he's in the back once again for lag, unfortunately. Hopefully that we will get the issue figured out. But with that, the 1 of Racer X 90 of MJO, who qualified very good, Mateo, and 30 of Fireman already towards the back of the pack to start the stage. Close what we have here, battle for third. Big D in the number 11 car. He's right now in P3. Outside of him, that's Deadpool P4. Katie coming through. He's looking for to battle with them. He's in P5. Chasing Hughes following in P6, and also following these guys. That's L. Griggs in 21. Actually, that's Robbie Racing in number 4. He's right now in P8. As Coach Matt and Jason pull away for the front 2. Already showing what lowest draft can do. 2 cars already pulling away from the rest of the field, and almost the rest of the entire pack is right next to each other. Double file as Birdster trying to make his way through the field. But one thing I'm starting to notice here is we have a great camera angle looking at KD entering corners. Matt seems to have a much later exit. He likes to arc the corner, and then he'll run the bottom, and he'll run the bottom actually off exit, whereas Jason, he'll have a much earlier entry, but doing so will make him, when he comes off the corner, he will be a lot higher. It seems Jason trying to switch his line up, entering in the second lane. Coach Matt goes to the first line. Jason still watching up the tiniest bit as we're on board with the number 99. I said before, our onboard camera, what we're going to be using tonight to show the lap counters and position groups, that will be Robbie Racing, number 4 car. So be sure to check him out on YouTube at Robbie Racing, where all of his POVs are showing his league races, including the VRL, Speedway Collective, and Pocono Raceway Series league races. As Robbie right now rides P5. Looks like just buying his time. Robbie known for having a great long run setup, so we should expect him to be good tonight as we have 9 laps to go in stage 1. Coach Matt continues to lead. He's led from green so far. Jason sitting in 3rd. That's Big D 11. He's in P3. Katie still 4th. Robbie Racing up to 5th. And as Deadpool started P2, right now sitting in P6. Looking deeper into the field as we go nearly outside the top 10 on board NASCAR Extreme here. He right now has a pack great battle here between as Holcomb in the 74, Brennan, NASCAR Extreme as I said, 21 of L. Griggs, 13 of Caleb Hunt, all in this little pack here. This is the battle for 10th, so these guys want a stage point. They have to go through Billy. As a 1 car loose off turn 2, that is Birdster. At number 66, he gets loose and he'll go around. Single car spin for the 66 of Birdster. Running in the top 10, I believe P8. And he goes around single car spin. That will ruin his chances of any stage points for stage 1 and potentially for stage 2, because the lowest draft, it can be very hard to move your way through the field. Onboard Deadpool here in the 7 car. As we have battle for 3rd, looks like beginning. KD on the inside of Big D. Big D goes way wide into turn 1. That KD will clear him no problem. Robbie Racing even going to look low. Robbie Racing will clear him as well. Big D from 3rd to 5th, now maybe 6th. As we have 1 car on the apron again. Looks like Brennan the 19. As Brennan loses it back into the field right in front of the 38 and 78, as well as the 61. And that'll be our first yellow of the night. I'm not really sure what happened to the 19 of Brandon. He just gets loose and then brought it right back into the field, which you never like to see. That'll be our first yellow of the night, brought to you by Speedway Collective. Make sure to go check them out on Twitter. Sponsor of our National Series here at the Valor Racing League. Make sure to go check them out on Twitter at SC Fantasy Racing for all fantasy NASCAR needs. We're going to try to check through the chat here, see what the problem was there. See if we can get a report. Chat's quiet. Maybe Brennan knows he made a mistake there. As here we go, back green. We are still in stage number 1, I believe. Coach Matt, what's your leader? But Jason will take us to green here as we're still in stage 1. Jason first, Matt second. You have Katie in third, Robbie fourth. P5 belongs to Deadpool with Big D and chasing you right behind. Looks like maybe just some pit road passing here. I don't think Jason took 2 tires, but anyway, Jason does take the lead. And as we see KD now looking to pass Coach Matt, battle for second. We're 2x2 throughout the entire field going into turn 3 as we'll have 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go as we come by. As Coach Matt, one thing, that outside not very good here. It was Deadpool maybe washed up into his team owner. Coach Matt's going to fall back. Oh, 2 cars around in the back. Oh, Deadpool even goes around. Deadpool Cyber, there's 2 wrecks here pretty much. And that will end stage 1. Checking another clip. That looked like Deadpool. We had Deadpool go around the middle of the pack, and we had a back-to-pack incident. Trying another clip here, as we said. I believe the stage will go to Jason, however. Jason, number 99. And it looks like Deadpool just gets loose, I believe. Just gets loose, goes up the track. And with that, stage 1 has ended. Jason will win stage 1, P2. Belongs to KD. 3rd, Robbie Racing. 4th, Big D. 5th, Chasing You. 6th, Coach Matt. 7th, Billy Holcomb. 8th belongs to Deadpool, 9th Griggs, and 10th goes to NASCAR Extreme. So 2 cautions in stage 1. Great racing to start off though. As we are back underway here at Michigan, maybe some strategy taking place. Racer X takes the lead. Mateo wins second, Fireman third, Jocko fourth, and that's Katie in fifth, it appears. Racer X will clear the 90 Mateo. He'll get a nice secure spot for the lead. Fireman looking on the inside of Mateo, almost has him cleared. And the guys who were leading this race in the top 5, they're now sitting back in the middle of the pack. P8, P9, P10. Burster, remember who lost off turn 2 running a P8. He went back to 21st. He's now moving his way through the field. Maybe some strategy on his part as well. Oh, maybe some contact between teammates. Gets into the 5 a little bit there. Moves him up the track. Burster now goes to 3rd. Jason to 4th. And that is Caleb Hunt. All of these here to win esports cars right under a blanket. Race 6 continues to lead. Burster looking for second. He does. He's going to get to the inside of Fireman. Getting a push from Jason and Mateo. Looks. As we're through out behind the number 5 of KD. That's Jocko on the outside, chasing him in the middle. Coach Matt trying to make his way back through. He's on the inside. As they go into turn 1, Jocko falls back and now double wide. As we look for the lead here. As Racer X leads, Burster's going to look low, however. Burster cannot make the pass. Racer X continues to lead. Looks like Caleb Hunt. He's trying to move into the 4th position on the inside of Mateo. Caleb Hunt washes up the tiniest bit. He'll clear Mateo, though. Now here to win esports rides 2nd, 3rd, 4th. What appears to be 6th as well. Jason will look high on Burster. Jason Merrill, stage 1 winner, qualified P3. Racerex did not qualify. Let's mention that as well. Qualified P19 because he did not qualify. Starting in the back, he was the highest points driver to not put a lap down. Let's go. Ooh, Fireman, who was just in the top 5, is falling back here. We have the Brennan on board. Right now falls behind Easy E and already outside the top 10. Great racing going on almost the entire field here. As right now we have a battle between 39 of Cyber, 11 of Big D, right now behind him, and that is 21 the 4 Robbie. They're running very similar looking cars. Ozu, Racer X, like he got the wall, come off turn 2 there. They'll let Burster get the lead. Jason looking to the inside. Caleb Hunt on the outside pushing Burster. Coach Matt trying to follow Jason as Racer X goes back to 6th, maybe even 7th. But these two here to win esports cars, very close racing here for the lead. Jason has a great push from Coach Matt. Katie looking to follow as well. Jason will lead the lap. Coach Matt will go to 2nd for the time being. And Burster and Ella will pilot 3rd. Jason clears Burster for the lead. Coach Matt will clear Bird for 2nd. Now Katie to the inside of Burster. Then battling for 3rd. Caleb Hunt trying to look. Caleb Hunt falls behind Katie. Ooh, a little right rear tap. Going to get the 5 loose. I'll push him up the track. And now let Burster fall on line. Burster now will claim 3rd. As it stacks him up behind 74 into the wall. That's Holcomb. He'll lose a few spots. That is the exact definition of a chain reaction. First looking low on 99 of Jason. Jason looking high on Coach May. Sends it off in there. As we now have 8 laps to go in stage 2. Jason way wide. He'll fall back to 3rd, maybe even 4th and further back. Move Bird to 2nd. Move Katie to 3rd. Jason will keep falling back. It's chasing you now to 4th. Caleb Hunt looking for 5th. Caleb Hunt now to 5th. Now Mateo looking for 6th. Jason from 2nd to now almost 7th with that move. Oh, the 1 looking trying to fill a gap, and that might cause problems. It does. Looked like the 1 of Racetrack that got loose, tried to fill a gap behind the 11, and there just wasn't enough space. Hit the right rear of the 11 car, and that shot him way high. Back under the 4 Robbie Racing. Also involves 61 of Joker Smoker, 68 NASCAR Extreme. That appeared to be the 21 of El Griggs. Yes, he's involved as well. Get another view of that. Yeah, Racer X got loose. We tried to fill in a gap behind the 11 car of Big D, and it just did not work. There was not enough room. So that's our 3rd yellow of the day. Jason is loving that. He needed that yellow. As we should see most of our drivers pit here under caution. We should restart with about 4 laps to go for stage 2. Back underway here at Michigan. Still in stage 2. Right now leading as Coach Matt in the lead. He'll regain the lead after sit the pole here. Burster will fall in line back to 2nd. That's chasing you and KD right now 3rd, 4th. That's chasing you on that, so he's on that outside. He's going to lose a few spots here. On board with Easy E as we have a great battle here throughout the rest of the fields. We're on board with Jocko now, trying to follow the 11 of Big D. Robbie Racing has a lot of work to do right now on P21, P20. Coach Matt continuing to lead. Burster looking low. Coach Matt just at the speed. Caleb Hunt on the inside of KD now. These two are teams. Caleb Hunt having a great run so far. We're board chasing you. Right on P5, looking for KD's P4. As Coach Matt building a 2-car gap on the number 66 of Burster. Caleb Hunt trying to clear. We are coming to 2 laps to go to end stage number 2. Katie's going to clear. Oh, the 5 and 22 bumper hook a little bit. Going out of the 11 to the 99, excuse me, to catch up to these two. We now have 2 laps to go in stage 2. Coach Matt leads, like I said before. Bertzer second. That is Caleb Hunt having a very good run at P3. P4 chasing you, P5 KD. With the exception of Coach Matt, almost the entire Here to Win Esports team is overtaking the top 5. Two laps to go. Bertzer doing everything he can to catch the number 9. Matt just has such a great exit. It seems like he'll just be able to stick to the bottom. As we now have 1 to go in stage 2. Coach Matt looking for another stage win of the season. Last time he had a pole, he won the stage 1 and stage 2. Could not claim the win. So we'll see if he can get stage 2 here tonight. As one car pushed up in the back, that appears to be 11 of Big D. They battle back for 8th and 9th. A single file for the most part, the top 5. Number 9, Coach Matt, the Exalted. Number 9, Chevy Camaro. For the Montgomery Motorsports team, as Burst is going to look low, dive low. Almost gets to the 9 of Coach Matt. Will not be able to do it. And off turn 4 they come. Burst is going to go high, try to build some momentum. Not going to be able to do it. Coach Matt, the number 9. Will wins stage 2. Bertzer follows the second. Caleb Punt third. Chasing you 4th. And KD in the number 5 car with P5 for stage 2. So far it's been Coach Matt with the pole. Killed like Jason with the stage 1 win. Stage 2 win belongs to Coach Matt once again. Stage 3, we could have a completely different winner. As we go over our top 10 for stage points. Might be able to get Robbie is not switching, so. Looks like we will not be able to get the rest of the top 10, unfortunately. So with that, Coach Matt will lead us into stage 3. So we're having a great run with that Montgomery Motorsports team. His teammates, though, not the greatest run. Deadpool has been into the top 10 for the majority of the race, around 6th or 7th. Racer X brought his way to the lead until he had an instant off turn 4. That's put him about mid-pack ever since. And of course, the number 8 of Type Hazard not here tonight. Another big driver for that Montgomery Motorsports team. Won at Kentucky in his first start, week number 4, if I'm not mistaken. But with that, Coach Matt leads, chasing you right now, trying to pass Burster. Chasing you, going for 2nd. He does. Caleb Punt now looking for 3rd on Burster. Caleb Punt washed up the track. That gets into the 6-6 of Burster. Not sure if he has help from the 5 of KD. Those are all teammates there. As the last thing you want to do is they're now 3 wide for 3rd. On board here with Cyber has a great view of all this. It's Big D, Jason, Deadpool. They're all trying to get on this. On board with Cyber. I'm riding in P number 9. Battling with the number 99 of Kill like Jason. There's still guys who were in the front, who were still able to make their way to the back from the back to the front. As you have guys like Robbie, guys like Big D, guys like Jason, who have just after that one wreck, they've been stuck back there and just can't make their way through. Which, with lowest draft, that it's very hard to pass, unless you just have a blazing hot rod. Separate will clear Big D. He will emerge into that position. As Chasing You will still ride in 2nd, as we are looking at his car here. Chasing You, part-timer. He has ran average race since going part-time. Just having fun here today, as he has all season. Riding P2, as trying to chase down Coach Matt. KD rides P3. P4 once again belongs to Bertster. Looks like P5. That's Caleb Hunt. Yep, P5 Caleb Hunt. But he has a battle. Cyber looking to the inside. This is about 5th. Big D. Deadpool, Jocko, all behind looking to pounce as well. Cyber had the advantage. Caleb Hunt's going to get the run off the corner, however, which might give Caleb the advantage into turn 3, and it does. Caleb Hunt back to P5. Cyber looking inside once again. Caleb's going to run into lane 2. That gives 39 room to make a move. He shuts the door on him. Very nicely by Caleb Hunt. As the top four will stay the same here. Coach Matt still leads. There's one car, maybe some contact moves. Deadpool up the track. That's a 74 push up onto the 7 of Deadpool. As we have one car all the way back there on the apron. That is the 19 of Brennan. He saves it, comes back on. As one car kill like Jason. Something has been wrong with Jason here. I'm not sure if there is some fuel strategy going on. But Jason is all the way back in 21st. And to me, that's what it sounds like here. This 99 of Jason, RPMs, and we're going to listen to him for a second here. And here's 5KD. So it appears like kill like Jason, even from the sound of his engine, saving some fuel here. So fuel strategy could come into play here at Michigan, and the 99 Jason seems to be one of the front runners to do so. Let's go up front here. Oh, mid-pack, never mind. We have Great Battle, Deadpool, NASCAR Extreme, Robbie, Racer X, L. Griggs, all battling here throughout the mid-pack. This is about from 9th through 14th here. The two Red Eye Racing teammates, the 4, the 74 here. Like I said, maybe some fuel strategies going on. This is Jason. His RPMs are very low. Let's see what we got here as Robbie trying to make his way back to the front. I see he was in the top 5 in stage 1. A little incident brought him back to the midfield. And trying to work his way back to the front. We'll just go back to the front, however. Coach Matt is continuing to lead, putting on a great show. Chasing you follows in second. Katie third. Bertster, who was 4th, is still 4th, but he's lost some ground. Maybe he's trying to save some gas as well. Maybe conserve his tires, cool him off here. As Caleb Hunt rides 5th, Cyber 6th. As Caleb Hunt, want to mention him, having a fantastic day. Needs a lot of points or even a win to make it into the playoff, the number 13 machine. As these three. And Jason, here's Jason now. Oh, one car through the grass. And trying to get a mark of who that is. 21 of L. Griggs. Single car spin. Not sure what happened to the 21 there. But he went around, and that will bring out no yellow. Maybe we can get a report on that. 21 went around. Did not see any contact prior, but there's been a few cars that lose it off turn 4 and even off turn 2 getting loose. So would not be surprised if the number 21 just got loose and lost it. See if we have any tire tracks of the grass to show us here. Well, there's a lot of them, so I'm not sure if those will help us. Right now about in the mid-pack. That is Deadpool, the number 7 here. Right now battling 68 NASCAR Extreme, 74 Blue Holcomb, the 1 of Racer X. All these cars, as remember they were once in a pack. Robbie has went through and passed all these cars, and Jocko, 4 of Robbie, showing a lot of speed here. As 74 Blue Holcomb gets loose off turn 2, as we were just talking about the looseness off the corners. He will fall back in side by side with the 1 of Racer X. And we'll still fall back in behind him. As one car we have seen a pass up here for the top 5. That's Bertster. As we're on board Big D here. Bertster lost, was in P4, now back to 6. Caleb Plant and Cyber made away around him, so that moves to 13 to 4th and to 39 to 5th. Maybe Bertster as well, teammate of Jason. Maybe he's saving fuel as well. As right now we have 20 laps to go, coming to 19 to go. Right now Robbie, as we looked on his fuel gauge, he has 9 laps of gas. So you would have to save a lot of fuel. As this times 2 where 50% race. He's got a single file back out here for the remainder of the top 10. Go back to Jason here. See how far back Jason is. Here's Fireman 38 at the front stretch. Jason. I mean, it just wouldn't make any sense to me why he's running this slow. Jason he won stage 1, had a car to win. and appears to be saving fuel. We just said, unless Robbie took some sort of short gas here, took a little less fuel than he needed. I mean, doesn't make it seem like a fuel would be an issue. Just a one stop here. But we'll see what happens. Jason looks like way off pace, which is not normal for the number 99. Listen to his engine. Very, very low RPMs. We're going to go back to the main pack, though. As there's single file throughout the entire field with Coach Matt leading, same as always, chasing you in second, Katie third. They've broken away. Then it goes to the next pack. Fourth, Caleb Hunt. Fifth, Cyber Bionic. Sixth is Burster. And I believe that is 7th place. Going to get another look at that car. 7th place, that is the number 21 of Big D. In 8th place, once again, Robbie Racing flying right now. Low. This is lowest draft. There's not really any draft to suck you in for the car in front of you. Robbie was, you see the pack behind him, he was behind the bright orange car, the third car in the pack as you're looking at. That is Deadpool, third car in that pack behind. He was behind Deadpool at one point. He has driven away, passed all three of those guys, and driven away from them, and even caught this pack. Remember, draft was on lowest. So Robbie Racing right now might have one of the fastest cars in the field after getting caught up in that incident in stage 1. As look at battling for 4th now. We're on board with Robbie still. Cyber and Caleb seem to have equal speed. As pit stops could be happening soon. Robbie only has about 4 or 5 laps of gas left at the moment. As we now have 16 laps to go. I can't tell if Burster's still in the pit or what is going on with Burster. He could be pitting here. Nope, maybe she got this corner. With that, Robbie's going to look low on Big D. This is the battle for 7th here. This is Big D's first start in a Valor Racing League event. His first start of the season, or really ever, if you will. Number 11 car. Having a great showing, qualified P5, if I'm not mistaken. Robbie Racing now up to 7th. We're going to keep an eye on him. He could short pit the field here, and might have the speed to keep up with Coach Matt and those guys, even if they have fresh tires. So we'll see what happens here. See what his strategy is. We have a great battle back here. This is for P9. Oh, Deadpool. Battle for P9 between NASCAR Extreme, Jocko, and Deadpool. Deadpool and Jocko make some contact. That makes it easier for NASCAR Extreme to get away. He goes to 9th. Deadpool 10th. Jocko back to 11th. That's Racer X and 12th back there. As one car already down pit road. Get a double check on who that is. Number 90, Mateo, first car to come down pit road. Maybe a couple cars sitting to pit. 39 of Cyber was way out wide. Burster also way to the inside. I want to see how many cars pit here. Any of the top 3. Nope, none of the top 3 will pit. And, oh, I guess there's loose. Going very low to the inside, looking like they're going to make a pit signal, but none of such thing. But one car did bring it down pit road in the back of the pack. The 74 of B. Holcomb. Known as Billy Holcomb. Another car pit behind him. 61 of Joker Smoker brings his Toyota Supra down pit road as well. Looks like a lot of cars coming down pit road here. Coach Matt in the top 3. All looks like they're going to be coming down pit road here. Looks like we have a lot of cars coming down pit road. This could get very interesting. Oh, Chasing You sends it off into the corner. Contact with Coach Matt, maybe. And Chasing You might have sped there because he went in very fast. A lot of cars pitting. Here comes... Oh, one car. The 11 of Big D. It appears he did not get slowed down enough. And he was as slow as guys like Robbie and all those guys coming down pit road. But had to keep going because he was going to overshoot the pit box or the pit road line. So the 11 of Big D, and remember look who's in front of him. That is I believe that is I want to say it's the 7 of Deadpool and the 1 of Racer X. So the 11 car lost a lot of time there with that mistake. As Deadpool led, Racer X was 2nd, Big D was 3rd. They all come down pit road. Mateo, he already pit. Billy Holcomb already pit. BBS Brennan, he pits. I believe everybody's pit so far. That is Joker Smoke right there. He is also already pit. It appears that a 38 of Fireman might be one of the last ones. And yes, Fireman brings the number Chevy Camaro down pit road. And there he is, Jason, number 99. Right now is your leader at a snail's pace going through the field. As that 99 is very slow, now we look at it. As I believe the cars behind him might be the leaders, if I'm not mistaken. If Deadpool comes off. And Jason is your leader with now 10 laps to go. And the leaders are coming. Which I guess maybe his objective was that he was already 21st. Probably was going to think maybe 17th, 16th the best I'm going to get. So let's try some strategy. But these are the leaders coming up on him. That is Coach Matt and KD. Yep, Jason lets him go. Jason will give up his lead, it appears. And that gives the lead to Coach Matt. Coach Matt will retake the lead. KD back to second. As Jason will fall back. He could also be hoping for a caution, as there's one car in front of all these cars, trying to see who that is. As yet, here's Big D. Remember, had the pit road incident way to the back now. It was running in P7. Now all the way back to what appears to be 13th. But with that, Coach Matt retakes the lead. Him and KD, 1-2. KD has not won a race this season. Has had a great season so far. He joined late. As these two are single file, 1-2 for the lead. We have a grit battle going on as I'm on board with Robbie Racing. These three right here, right now battling. You see right here, these guys, 1-2 is the 22 of Chasing You, where he passed the 9 on pit entry. Chasing You did speed on pit road, so a lot of spots lost by 22 of Chasing You. You have Caleb Hunt in third, you have Bertster fourth, Cyber K-Bionic, he's right now P5, and Robbie Racing P6. Back there, that is Jason, slowly but steady in P7. As they're battling way back here, here's Chasing You, all the way back behind Joker Smoker, Brennan, all these guys. As you throw 1 point, Jason getting passed by both Mateo and Deadpool. These guys all have fresh tires, pouncing on the number 99. There goes Jocko, NASCAR Extreme looking to follow. As one car I'm very impressed with, like I said, we've mentioned him all day. Caleb Hunt, right now in the third position, has had a very clean race. As we right now are coming to 6 laps to go. Jason does bring it up pit road, maybe just try to stretch as long as he could. We have a great battle here between the number 39 of Cyber, 66 of Birdster. These two have been battling all season here. As Birdster gets loose off turn 2, he'll save it. That'll put him back to 6th, however. Robbie Racing now to 5th, Cyber to 4th. And look for Robbie to quickly pass 39 here. Not that Cyber's not that quick. Robbie has just flew through the field here. As he gets right onto the bumper to 39. Robbie looks low. Not able to do it, not close enough. The thing with lowest draft is when you get about 3 or 4 cars in a line, that will form some draft. But like how Robbie and Cyber and Bert are right now, there is no draft formed. As right now, have 5 laps to go. When they come up around, will be 4 to go. I'm going to go back to the front 2. As Coach Matt has built somewhat of a gap over the 5 of KD. These two on their own little island here, as we now have 4 laps to go for the Great Lakes 125-0. Coming up on a lap car appears to be number 38 of Fireman. As KD really wants his first win of the season, has not won an NBN in his 3 seasons of competition. However, looking to make that change today. Coach Matt just starting to pull away inch by inch, though. As this lowest draft, the faster car will prevail in almost every instance. That appears to be what's working for Coach Matt. Coach Matt's car just able to stick to the bottom of the racetrack as KD has to kind of wash up and run maybe the middle lane coming off the corner. As we now have 3 laps to go. Back to this battle. We're going to watch this for a little bit here. The number 4 of Robbie. Oh, 1 car. The 99 Jason's around Racer X. 68 of NASCAR Extreme as well, maybe? I'm not really sure what happened there. These 3 cars way off pace. Either way, we're going to go back to the lead here. As we now have 2 laps to go remaining in the Great Lakes 125. Coach Matt and KD has closed the gap a little bit more. So we can do it. Coach Matt washed up a little bit, try to get them off the corner. KD trying to enter a little higher, get the run off the corner. We have 1 lap to go. Brought to my Speedway Collective. Will Coach Matt hold on and win, or will KD make the move and make up the gap to get his first win of his VRL career? KD runs a little bit of a lower line than Coach Matt. Coach Matt has a better exit. KD loose, trying to send it off the corner, and that's going to do it for sure. KD will merge back onto the track. Fireman gives the space. Let our leaders go. And down in the 3 and 4, Coach Matt, a 0.6 of a second gap over the 5 of KD, now growing. Coach Matt off turn 4, got the pole, 1 stage 2, and he'll claim the win of the race. Coach Matt will win at Michigan for the Great Lakes 125. KD will follow in 2nd. Caleb Hunt will follow P3. Robbie Racing in P4. Fireman P5. That was Deadpool, I believe. Try to get a double check on that. It was 1 car across the grass. Get an official finishing order here. And here we go. Yep, that is Deadpool P6. Burster will finish 7th. Jocko 8th. Mateo in 9th. B. Holcomb will finish P10. Okay, rest of the finishing order. So we have Big D in P11, number 11 car. His first start of the season. He'll bring it home P11 after some pit road issues. I believe it's all we'll be able to get here. Go back, everyone, get our top 3 here for interviews. We have the rest of the finish order here. Brandon will finish P12, Easy E 13th, Jugger Smoker 14th, Chasing You running top 3, Spit on Pit Road, he's 15th, Expert Sniper 16th, NASCAR Extreme in 17th, Racer X 18th, Fireman 19th, Griggs 20th, and Kilt Like Jason in 21st. Interviews are going. We'll be back in a second. for our top three. They're all in here. And that means we will start with number 13 of Caleb Hunt, first top three of the season. First time we're hearing from him for a post-race interview. Caleb, you got a copy?
10-4.
Is your part audio set to allow? We always have to double check that.
It is.
All right, Caleb, first top three of the season, ran top five for almost the majority of the race at a very fast car. Number 13, Toyota Supra. Walk us through your race.
Well, stage one, it was like, I thought my car was going to be kind of crappy, but after I got the feel of it, I was like, yes, this is the car I love to take here. And coming with a 3 to go, 4 to go with that caution at the end, I feel like I could have went and won the stage. And second stage, it was same thing with caution, came out with 3 or 4 laps to go. Could have pulled it off with a top 3 finish, or even could have won it. And with the final ending of the race, have my car handled out, I'm very glad the way it did. I was hoping my teammate KD would gotten Coach Matt. Coach Matt, KD was battling it out, looked like, and they ran one heck of a good race up there.
For sure. That Here to Win Esports team was very strong all throughout the day. Y'all almost were all in the top five. Missed first top three of the season. First time we're hearing from him is an interview, like I said. How does that feel? Very close. You had a great car potentially winning, as you said. But overall, great day by yourself.
It feels pretty great. I hope I come back and do some more.
For sure. Well, Caleb, thank you for your time in the booth. It's been Caleb Hunt, driver number 13, Toyota Supra for the Here to Win Esports team, getting his first top three of the season. Thank you for your time. All right, next, that brings us to number 5 of KD. Oh, so close to his first win. KD, you got a copy?
Yep.
Part audio set to allow. We have double checked that as always.
Yep.
All right, KD, once very fast car night, same as your Here to Win Esports teammates. Oh, so close to the win. Great battle with Coach Matt and good overall race. Just walk us through it.
So after I qualified, I thought I could have got like a tenth faster, but like I threw that setup together and like I didn't know how I was gonna be on the long run. Never had time to practice that, so I was pretty much coming in blind. But I knew like through stage one, I think I got second in stage. I knew it was gonna be a good car. I knew top 5 was definitely a thing unless something bad happened. And then unfortunately the 22 got caught speeding on pit road in stage 3, so it was just me and the 9 going for the win. And like I got to his bumper with like 8 to go, and then I hit the wall like slightly coming out of 2, lost like 3/10. I thought that was it, and then like last few laps I gained those tenths back, and then I was right like I think 1 or 2 tenths behind him on the last lap coming out of 2. I got loose and that was it, but I was really happy to get second. It was a really good run, especially after last week when I think I could have won if it wasn't fuel mileage. So I like having a top 3. It was good.
For sure. Once again, another great run for you. What was your first race this season? 'Cause I was going through the broadcast. I remember if you were eligible for the weigh in. How many races have you missed so far? Do you know?
I think my first race.
I think Watkins Glen was your first one, but you weren't able to make it.
I was the week after that, yeah.
Okay, so
whatever was after the Glen.
I think it's race 4. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so with that, I believe you're still eligible for the winning in, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to go and double check that. So, next week, I believe we head to, I believe we're at Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken.
Oval or Oval?
Oval. Actually, y'all are at the Roval, excuse me. So the Charlotte Roval is next week for you guys. You've had 2 great runs in a row. Do you think you can make it 3? Or potentially to win at the Roval?
Well, the Charlotte Oval happens to be my favorite track. So if we can get the good setup out there, I think we could have a shot.
All right. So you're here first. Katie has 2 great races in a row, looking to build momentum into one of his favorite tracks, the Charlotte Roval. Thank you for your time, Katie, and congrats on your second place finish.
Thanks.
And that brings us to our winner. Talked to him in the pre-race as one of his drivers was late and made to buy some time, and we might just make it as quick as possible. Coach Matt, pole setter, stage 2 winner, and the race winner, giving yourself another solidified points lead here tonight. Walk us through your race, Coach Matt, as it seemed to be an eventful one.
Well, I was hoping I wouldn't be able to sweep tonight. I thought I had stage one in the bag. That late caution came out. I somehow lost a spot on pit road, got stuck on the outside, then got caught in a wreck. But I mean, definitely complain about winning pole stage two and then winning the race. But uh, yeah, I mean, shout out to first off, shout out to McLovin for helping me build such a fast car. Michigan's one of his favorite tracks, and so he was working with me throughout the week, and we really were able to come together with a fast piece. Yeah, I was definitely concerned though. I was thinking I was be able to stay up front most of the race, but I got stuck back in 13th in the second stage at the start of it, but I was able to take the lead back. I think like 3 or 4 laps into the run. So knowing that my car could run really well in traffic, and knowing that I had enough speed to kind of be that competitive, and the car was handling well enough where I could put it just about anywhere. I mean, um, definitely. Definitely, I love the car and how it handled, but um, and there at the end racing with KD and chasing you before the pit stop. He sent me a message saying he was apologizing for the pit road thing. He didn't get into me, but I think he might have sped. Um, but those two guys were hanging tough, and it was really good racing with them. I know KD was kind of catching me there at the end. I was trying to be conservative, and I was almost too conservative. You know what I mean? Because I
Mm-hmm.
was worried about making a mistake and getting loose coming out of two. And I think right there at the end, I'm not sure what car it was. I think it was like the 38 was a lap down or something like that, and spun out like on the back stretch, about gave me a heart attack on the last lap. But we were able to make it through and get the win.
For sure. This is, I believe, what, win number 3 for you on the season?
Win number three.
Win number 3. So win number 3 this season, having a great run. So you may miss a few races here right before the playoffs start, which that should not affect anything. I believe you should be fine with your winning in and all of that. But tomorrow's, I ask you this almost every week. Tomorrow's Cup race, same track, Michigan, same draft stipulations. I'll ask you another question after this. Um, how do you think they'll build your momentum in going into tomorrow?
I mean, the cars definitely handle a little bit different. I know they've got a little bit more power, and they tend to be a little bit looser. So I'll have to get some laps in there and get used to running the Cup car compared to the Xfinity car. Because running Xfinity races before Cup races, they can help, but it can also hurt just in terms of getting a feel for the car. But man, I'm just gonna try and be like Max, try to keep up with Max, and
Hmm.
uh, unless they can't go wrong doing that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and hopefully, I can put together another good run. So,
For sure. And one thing I was going to ask you next, the draft settings. Did the lowest draft? What was your thoughts on that tonight? As this was the first track stipulation or track type like this where you ran lowest draft.
no, I loved it, just because my car was good enough to go out there and be out front. But I know the racing definitely would have been a lot closer, and there would have been a lot more. Probably would have been a little bit more exciting, I think, with different draft settings. But um, especially depending on the track, it really brings out the best car and those who can be the most consistent. Um, and thankfully, in the last stage, we were able to not have any cautions. So I know when we ran last week at Kansas with the lower draft settings, it was nice to be able to run close to people and not feel like you're going to run them over going in the corners. And so that definitely, is different, but I think it brings out cleaner racing and longer green flag runs. So I enjoyed it.
All right, for sure. Well, thank you for your time in the booth, Matt. Once again, congrats on your third one of the season. We'll see you tomorrow night. This is Coach Matt, driver number 9, Chevy Camaro from Montgomery Motorsports, picking up another win. Well, overall, fairly clean race. I believe we only had 3 yellows tonight at all 62 laps here at Michigan National Speedway for the Great Lakes 125. Coach Matt got the pole, was very strong in stage 1, could not get the win, however, brought it back for stage 2, and then won stage 3. So kept the lead right after stage 2 and right after stage 1 and never looked back. As for other stories, Caleb Plant, his first top 3 of the season, having a very impressive run. Filling the shoes of Eazy-E, as Eazy-E had a few top 3s in a row, and Caleb Plant now following for those Care to Win esports cars, doing a great job owned by Mike RPM, as well as KD. Oh, so close once again, but looking forward to next week and maybe a few other guys. Deadpool getting some more starts, getting his feet under him, finished P6 tonight. Big D number 11. He finished P11 with a pit road incident, was running top 10 for the majority of the race. And a few others. Jason tried to stretch out fuel. That did not work out by any means, but Sometimes when you're already locked in the playoffs, you go for broke, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes it does not. Well, we'll see us on tomorrow night on the channel with Jimster and Colwall as they also head to Michigan National Speedway for the Pocono Raceway Cup Series. And you'll hear from us next week as well as we head to the Charlotte Roval for the Speedway Collective National Series, as some guys might look forward to that and some guys might not, but we'll hear from us once again. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night as well, and like I said, next week as we head to Michigan and Charlotte Roval. Slay Garrett signing out. Y'all have a good one.